Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's, maybe it's every week, who knows, cryptocurrency trivia. We're happy to have you here. I know it's been a little bit of time since we've last had one. You know, it's been a few months. We've done a few while moons were a thing. We've had a few since before moons were a thing, when we didn't have a great incentive for everyone to be here. Thanks for joining. It looks like we have 43, 45-ish people here right now, which is, of course, a great start. It's even before the time. We'll give people quite a few minutes to trickle in here. To those who have not played before, we are using Kahoot, and you can join by going to, or really by following the instructions at the top of this live stream. It's kahoot.it, game pin 8530127. Make sure that you join with your Reddit account, which has already posted in the cryptocurrency subreddit at some point. You can still participate if you haven't, but Moon are restricted to people who have at least engaged in some very minor capacity at the bare minimum on the cryptocurrency subreddit. We need to draw the line somewhere. Also, if you have a bad username or whatever, I will remove you. Sorry. So keep that in mind. This is a friendly channel here to everyone who is watching. We have quite a few people joining. This is really good. I'm glad most people are figuring out how to. Keep in mind that as you join, you will also still need to retain a view of the live stream at all times. So make sure that you are doing that. Otherwise, you will not be able to see the questions as they come in. So definitely be ready for that. Can you leave a comment as to whether you have participated in cryptocurrency trivia yet? If this is your first time, if you've done these in the past, it's good to see. I'm recognizing a few names here, like Mr. Mustache Man. You've definitely done this before. Had a few really good comments come in on Reddit, too, where, some people who've done this in the past were joking about how I'd sometimes run these, and to some extent, they're right. I mean, it's just the way it is, right? Do my best. Trying to make it a fun time for everyone. Lots of people saying it's their first time. That's great. 2 times before. Awesome. Kieran, great seeing you all again. Quite a few people coming in. 35. This is good attendance so far, I would say. We can have up to 2,000 people here, though. We really went for the big Kahoot plan, so you can really plus 1,000 yourself to this event if you really want to. It's totally allowed. The Kahoot code is at the top of the live stream. Go to kahoot.it, game pin 8530127. Let me know if there's any problems at all with the live stream quality or anything. Everything looks good on my end. It looks like I'm sending 1080, 60 FPS, I think at least 8,000. Getting a tiny bit of warning. Let me turn down things a tiny bit here. Are you going through a tunnel or am I? Hopefully I'm not the one that's caused a bit fuzzy voice. Interesting. All right, let me try resetting that or something. All right, is this a bit better? Sound like a robot. Yeah, that's certainly not how it should sound. So let's fix this before we go through the rest. Oh goodness, I'm not a robot, I promise. Maybe I'm not saying this convincingly when I'm sounding like one. No change, double audio. Playing yourself twice. Is this better? I wonder if this is better. Let me know. Is this better? Oh, God. Oh, goodness. We'll fix it. I promise we'll fix it. All right. Fixed? Oh, phew. Thank goodness. Wow. I told you I wasn't a robot. Woo. Good. That would have been bad. Thank you, everyone, for your quick statement that was not nearly good enough. Glad we're able to fix that. People just keep rolling in. We will not start immediately at 4:30 Central. That's what time it is now. We'll give it a little bit longer, give people time to filter in. We're up to 55 viewers. That's great. Which of those pictures contains crosswalks? Yeah, that's a good one. Have you seen, these have really gotten more and more complicated over time. It's kind of funny. Glad to see people coming all the way from godforsaken places like Ohio. Tennessee, that's you got some caves there. That makes it a little interesting. Ohio, well, you got Cuyahoga, I would say. That's an interesting part of Ohio. Other than that, you know, I will say Skyline Chili really did surprise me. I had no idea what to expect. I just showed up there, and it was really, really exciting experience, not gonna lie. People all from fancy places in Europe. That's fancy. It's all pretty late for you. I know I couldn't start this much earlier because, you know, it's a normal weekday, and I wanted to get this on the hype train, you know, with everyone viewing our subreddit recently. Thanks everyone for, you know, who participates there. If you are spamming our subreddit, please stop. You know, we'll get you eventually. Strength. It takes a long amount of work, or a hard amount of work from our moderation team in order to get this all going. You know, keep the subreddit good. I will say though, I'm really proud of the subreddit moderators, and really not just the moderators, but the rest of the cryptocurrency community for not letting the subreddit turn into a total wasteland while everyone else was, you know, having some issues, being all pump and dumpy. It's good that the cryptocurrency subreddit isn't quite like that. So, yeah, thanks everyone here. Canada, Peru, Texas, people all over the place. This is great. This is great. I'm glad to see so many interesting faces here. I'm gonna turn down a few more settings over here just so I am confident the stream is looking all fancy. You guys are my #1 priority at this point. Let's not have any robot voices or anything. Yeah, I'm gonna bump this down a bit just to be extra safe here. Dogecoin first crypto experience. You know, Dogecoin is something that we often would use to help students at my college get more involved in cryptocurrencies. You know, it's free effectively to send a Dogecoin transaction. Yeah, so when you sign up here, make sure you use your Reddit username. You don't have to participate with the Reddit username, of course, but in order to qualify to win moons, then yes, you do need to join with your Reddit username. So please do that. It's the best way to get some moons, I would say. Moon's been doing pretty well the last few weeks, you know, up and downs like everything else. It's not on mainnet yet, of course, so it's kind of hard to trade. But yeah, a lot of cryptocurrency experts have figured out how to do it. I guess moons are up 30% today, but that's after being down, you know, the last few days. They're trading at about 8 cents right now. What if your username is a bit too long? Use as many characters as you can, and if you do end up winning, we'll, you know, put your full name in chat or email it to us or something. We can provide a method to really get to you anyway. So just include as many characters as possible. When is mainnet? I do not work for Reddit, sadly, and I cannot really answer that question, but, you know, probably not in the super short-term future, but I have no real significant insider information there, and the most recent news is, actually, I don't want to get into that because I'd give away a potential trivia question, so, yeah. It'll come when it comes. Probably not super soon. I got a bunch of random people spamming the chat here. Luckily, you shouldn't see that on your end because YouTube is doing a decent job filtering a lot of these comments, so could be far worse. How was everyone's day at work? I don't know. Some people are obviously really late. They should already be asleep, honestly, and I don't know what you're doing. Other people that definitely should be still at work and are taking full advantage of the work from home lifestyle, I would say. Of course, everyone here is wanting to have fun, I hope. I do my best to make these things super fun. See, trivia is a really good excuse, I would say, to follow the cryptocurrency news every week so that you can be better at answering these questions. Not just about winning the moons, of course. We did these trivia sessions before we even had moon to give away, but it's still super fun time. Ooh, London, yeah, it was 6 hours later than it is here in Chicago, I think. Big difference. Yes, I am one of the CryptoCurrency mods. I got to the position by bribing people, you know, many years ago. Just really needed to sell my soul to Reddit and everyone else. Clearly the best way to get in. You gotta do this blood pact, you know? Definitely a thing, I promise. Oh goodness, Poland, that's super late. All right, yeah, I'm gonna give it just like 2 more minutes here. We'll start 10 after the original set time, or start time. And people, I mean, there's still people trickling in, 76. Got some interesting names here, like BTC Clueless. Well, I hope you're a little less clueless in answering these questions. Otherwise, good luck winning that moon. I mean, you can always pick a random one, but we're going to see. Oh, format for those who have never played before. There are only 11 questions total this time. 10 of them are multiple choice, so there are 4 options, only one of which is the correct answer in all. Make sure that you are always choosing the best answer. You might, even if you try to argue, yeah, this one might be specifically whatever. I mean, honestly, like, it's pretty clear what the right answer should be if you know how to answer the question. So answer the best answer for all the questions. And the very last question is a double pointer. It's worth twice as much. And it is a fill in the blank. You have to actually type in the answer. So make sure you pay attention to the question very, very carefully. You get points, of course, by answering correctly, but you also get points by answering quickly. So you can't just wait around for the last second and answer and, you know, get it, you know, still win. You need to answer correctly and quickly. And if you get several in a row correct too, I think you'll get some extra bonus points, I believe, although I'm not 100% certain about that one. So the most important thing is to answer questions correctly, and of course, to get answer quickly also. So hopefully that's pretty simple for everyone. Again, so you don't lose points for incorrect answers. So you definitely should answer compared to not answering. This isn't the SAT before they made that change or whatever it was. But if you do not answer correctly, of course, you will lose your correct answer streak, but you would have lost that if you didn't answer anyway. So definitely answer, even if the alternative is not answering at all, because you won't lose additional points. Well, we have 73 people here. This is a pretty solid turnout. A little under the 2,000 we had reserved, but that's all right. All right, we have room for growth here in the cryptocurrency community. We only have, I don't know, like 2 million subscribers, and we are able to get 74 of them to show up for an event that we promote at the top of the subreddit. I mean, that's a pretty good percentage, I'd say. But of course, we're really happy that you're all here. Just gives you all a better shot at winning the enormous life-changing prize here of 1,500 moon. There's literally nothing else. There's no reward that is more prestigious than this. This is really the award of the year. People who win the Emmys are just wishing that they had won actual cryptocurrency trivia, I promise you. All right, well, it's been a little after 10 past, so I'm going to get started here. There is going to be a lag on the live stream. You should expect for it to be at least 5 seconds. Most questions you will have 30 seconds to answer. So make sure you're doing what you can. Refresh the live stream right now real fast. That way you have a few seconds before I start. And then, make sure that you are as close to live as you can reasonably get. I have it on YouTube set to ultra low latency mode. So really this is about the best we're going to get. But do answer the questions at least 5, ideally 10 or more seconds in advance, just so that you're not accidentally answering after it had already really progressed on my screen. So be prepared for a lag. However, with that being said, let's get started here. To those who do have a question about joining late, if people comment, yes, you can join in late using the same game pin and website. That should be in the lower corner. But let's get started here. By the CryptoCurrency subreddit. Dun, 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 dun. Today's quiz date. You all ready? How much did Tesla indicate that it invested in Bitcoin yesterday? Was it 1 billion, 1.5 billion, 2 billion, or 2.5 billion? Oh, look at all you getting those answers in. Remember, get them in quickly. I'm seeing closer to a 7-second lag on YouTube's end. So really get them in with some time to spare. Yeah, I'm seeing about 7 seconds of a lag. So be prepared. Remember, you can still join. If you're just joining now, you can join with the link in the lower right-hand corner. About 30 minutes total. All right, so $1.5 billion. 66 of you got that correct. You all are smart cookies. Goodness, this is fantastic. Congratulations, everybody. So let's see who answered quickest. First place, top of the leaderboard, answering instantly, I'm Monk. I wonder if that was just a random guess since it's literally the maximum number of points. But we will see in the next few rounds here. Pond Fisher, Quani Boy, I don't know what that is. Isk Watery Day and Franger20. All right, you all answered quite quickly. Two of you at the bottom there answered at the exact same time according to the system. So congratulations. And of course, congratulations to almost everyone else for getting it correct. Let's proceed here. Second question. The central bank of which country recently threatened to sanction banks who service cryptocurrency businesses? Which country? Is it Canada, South Korea, China, or Nigeria? Again, about a 5-second delay on the live stream, so be really prepared. Seems like most of you are getting your answers in pretty quickly there, which is good. If you all get these correct, I might have to toughen up the difficulty of some of these questions. I always include at least a few to throw some people off. All right, this is a bit trickier. Nigeria is the correct answer here. That was, very recent. Some people got thrown off by China. No, that is not the best answer here. Nigeria is certainly the best answer here. Again, what is the best answer? All right. Does that change the leaderboard up at all? It does, quite considerably. Pondfisher's in first place now. I don't know how to pronounce whatever the Alpine Mountains in second. Luxting, Priest of Satos, and the Arabic Cowboy. All right, congratulations. Look at like all of you got the last two correct. So Alpha, okay, Alpha. It's I might still call you the Alpine Mountains. Who knows? We'll see. We'll figure it out. Or Alpine Valley or something. Whatever. Clayzanese, Alpha, Clayzanese. Okay, I don't know if I'll remember that, but I'll try in the moment. All right, but congratulations for the last two correct. Let's keep going here. Question 3. Which exchange announced that it recently repaid a $550 million loan to Tether? Is it Bitfinex, Coinbase, Bitso, or Kraken? A lot of news questions recently. These are things that you can certainly answer if you are paying attention to the subreddit, I would say. Reading other cryptocurrency news. More than just Dogeolo. All right, most people getting this one correct too. Bitfinex is the best answer here. It's actually a related entity to Tether. They have, I believe, like shared ownership or something. But certainly the best answer here. All right, let's see if this changes a little bit. Things are staying. We have Pondfisher. We have the Clayzanese Alpha, I think. Priest of Satos, and then Lexting still there. But on the leaderboard for the first time is Stu304. Again, getting the last three correct. Up 19 places, however, is Forever Alt. Congrats on answering faster than most people. Okay, let's keep going. Question 4. According to CipherTrace, about what percent of Bitcoin received by U.S. exchanges came from other exchanges in 2020? Is it about 10, 20, 30, or 40%? Let's see how many people know this one, huh? You have to do some deeper news reading on this one, plus some intuition. Get those answers in. Again, there's a delay. There's a delay on the stream of about 7 seconds. Okay, yeah, this was a bit of a tougher one. Yeah, well, guessing begins. You are right. Most people didn't say 10%, but approximately 40, slightly more than 40, I believe it was 42%, of Bitcoin were received by U.S. exchanges that came from other exchanges. So compared to, self-custody wallets or whatever. So 40% is the best answer here. You can see the report on CipherTrace's website. No, we are not sponsored by them. No, I'm not even, whatever. CryptoCurrency subreddit is completely unaffiliated with CipherTrace, but this is what they say, so we are reporting on it. Let's see if this changes up the leaderboard. It does. Priest of Satos in first place. Dalek on speed. Staying in the exact same place as before. Clay is the knees alpha. Okay, and then a bunch of faces, and then it's all in the bag. Congratulations on making your way up. And Infinitus with an 1 or something is the highest climber. Congratulations. Congrats to everyone who got that one correct. Let's see what happens next. It looks like some people have still gotten all 4 correct, so good for them. Question 5. Which of the following has not filed for a banking charter? Is it Coinbase, Kraken, Anchorage, or Bitpay? Again, what's the best answer here? Looks like some people YOLO click in the first second there. You might want to actually read the question, unless you truly don't know anything about cryptocurrencies, then by all means get your answer in as quickly as possible. They're going for the YOLO click strat and just hoping they get 10 correct in a row. Theoretically, it could work. It's just very unlikely. Oh, wow. This is a good question. Look at that. Most of you got this one wrong. Yes, Anchorage did file for a banking charter. Bitpay filed for a banking charter, and Kraken filed and received a banking charter. Anchorage actually got conditional approval for a banking charter. Coinbase is the best answer here because although they are a trust company, they did not file for an actual banking charter as far as we are aware. So that is the best answer here. Congratulations to the 8 people who got this one correct. Let's see what happens here. It does not change the top 5 in any material way. So 7 players who had previously gotten it correct for the past 4 rounds did not get it correct, and there were some random people that climbed their way up the board. So this is apparently a very tricky question. It allows people to make up some ground, so we don't know where they are on the lower part of the leaderboard, but they absolutely worked their way up, and now literally no one has gotten every single one correct anymore, so I'm doing something right. It's actually really, really funny. Thank you, everyone, for making my day with this. But yeah, Coinbase is the best answer here. All right, let's see. Question 6. In what year did Laszlo trade 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizza? I practiced this. Is it 2010, 2011, 2012, or 2013? And in the moment, everyone just freaks out. Hanyek? I think it's Laszlo Hanyek. Trade 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. And talk to manager. I'm sorry, there is literally no appeals process. Just click the contact the moderator button for your request to be promptly ignored. But yes. As you can tell, I guess we have enough time to do trivia here, so there's that. Okay, this one was a bit of an easier one, at least. Still quite a few people getting it incorrect, but 2010 is the correct answer here. So congratulations on the 29 of you that answered correctly. So let's see where that leaves the leaderboard. Oh my goodness, that changes things a bit. Looks like Priest of Satos, I can't make this out. It's too hard for me to pay attention. But first place is a bunch of faces, and then Black Rabbit 299, Lauksting, Stu 304, and Priest of Satos up 21 places. I am Nocturne AMA. Congratulations, I am Nocturne AMA. Remember, I am really kind of sus about lower down on this board because someone got that previous question correct, and they're not on the top, so they might be really close behind. Might see a name sneak up in the last few rounds here. All right, question 7. What incentivizes the miners to give correct validations of transactions? Is it street loyalty, nonce, block reward, or transaction vouchers? What's the best answer here? If you are still joining, or just now joining, you can still join by using the information in the lower right-hand corner. You still can say hi. You're probably not going to make up the 7-point deficit, but you know, you never know. You never know. Okay, most people got this one correct. I'm glad to know that you all are not just randomly, for the most part at least, clicking random responses here. It looks like this one was pretty well known. This is actually a user submitted question. I think I changed it a tiny bit, but this is one that someone submitted on our Google form ahead of time, which certainly gave them an advantage answering this question. But obviously, some people need to submit some more difficult ones that are a little trickier for others to answer. We had a few that are very, let's just call it very typical of the cryptocurrency subreddit to submit, which I did not include. You can probably guess what some of those might have been, where it's like, oh god, this isn't a good trivia question. You're just trying to shill a coin. But that's cryptocurrency subreddit, and that's the reality we deal with every day. We're all good at filtering out a bunch of shills, so that's good. Block reward, best answer there. This slightly changes. Did one person either answered slower or got it incorrect, so they fell down. 3 players have an answer streak of 3. That's interesting because 3 people got that difficult question correct and got the next 2 correct. So they actually are real close behind. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, we will see. Question 8 coming up here. Reddit recently partnered with the Ethereum Foundation to help bring tokens to mainnet from their current home on the what? Are they on the Bitcoin Lightning Network, the Rinkeby testnet, the Kovan testnet, or the Byzantium testnet? Again, what's the best answer here? One user submitted a very similar question. I'd already made this one and decided to keep as is, but someone else thinks very similarly. Moons, for example, are on this chain. You know your moons. That's a good one. Yeah. Most people seem to know their moons. Nice. You give people technically, according to Reddit, not an actual financial incentive, although you give people some form of incentive in the fact that you have a number universe, and people suddenly know what testnet it's on. I certainly would not know much about the Rinkeby testnet if I did not have moons, to be honest. So there's an example. Very, very interesting. Byzantium is not the name of a testnet. Is it a name of an Ethereum upgrade? So at least it certainly would not describe it as a testnet. Definitely not the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Kovan is another actual testnet on Ethereum. All right. Let's see. I don't expect this to... Surprisingly, that changed things quite a bit. We actually have working their way back up on the board. Clay is the Knees Alpha. Okay, so good for them. The Outlook on Speed worked their way up. Still a bunch of faces in front. Back on the board, baby. Yeah, there you go. But you're not as high as a climber as Walk in the Park 1. So we'll see what happens. Just a few more questions left. Here we go. Question 9. Comet announced their MVP for XMR to BTC atomic swaps last week, in which MVP form only allows takers to sell which asset? Which in MVP form only allows takers to sell which asset? Is it XMR or BTC? It's only 2 choices. Let's see if the results are just a total guess or what. This is an example of a more tricky question, but I made it a 50-50 rather than a 25%. It's almost exactly 50-50 selection. But yeah, Bitcoin is the correct answer there. There's no reason for someone to want to receive tainted Bitcoin. They want someone to sell their tainted Bitcoin. So that's why BTC is the option that they implemented for someone in MVP form to take a trade by selling their Bitcoin. And as you can see there, that was very much a just click a button question. So to those of you who did know the answer and were able to do better than 50-50, congratulations. 29 of you got this one correct. So let's see where that changes the leaderboard. Oh, we still have a bunch of faces on top. Yeah. Dalek on Speed, Cleason, I'm just gonna give up. The Alcoholics and Beatbox923. Welcome, Beatbox923. 10 players lost their answer streak of 3. That sucks. On a 50-50, that oof. Yeah, yeah. Well, know that they are selling their Bitcoin to receive Monero. So in fact, they're buying Monero, but they were selling Bitcoin. Like I said, that was purposely a tough question. You need to give people some tough questions in these, or else, like, I can't get away with everyone getting these correct all the time. That's just not okay. All right, so coming up next, we have one more multiple choice, and then after that, we have a fill in the blank. So be ready for the fill in the blank. Make sure that you read the question very, very carefully so you know how to type the appropriate answer in. If you are off by a letter, you are done for. You do not get it correct. Sorry about that. All right, so before that, though, we had the last multiple choice. So here we go. Last multiple choice. Which of the following best describes Dandelion++? Is it an arbitrary code execution engine, a decentralized liquidity router, transaction propagation method, or zero knowledge proof? Again, what is the best here? Well, I mean, it's only a 50-50 question if you don't know the answer. If you knew the answer, you would have just gotten full points. Few people getting their answers in there in the last second. Ooh, a lot of people not knowing the answer to this one either. Transaction propagation method is the correct one. A lot of people saying this one's a just random guess one too. This, I would say most people probably should have, or it's very much more likely someone should have known the answer to this. Certainly, another more technical question. But, yeah, Dandelion++ is a transaction propagation method to broadcast your transaction to the rest of the network. That is the best answer here by quite a large margin. Dandelion++ basically just adds additional privacy for how you broadcast your transaction without having to use a network like Tor, I2P, whatever the fun, super fancy kids use. You can just use this little simpler thing, which some cryptocurrencies have implemented, which allow for some higher degrees of privacy for that purpose. So 16 people knew that. It is tied still for the number one selected answer, so at least there's that, but 16 people thought it was a decentralized liquidity router. So it's not. Good thing people are learning things here too. So let's see if that changes the leaderboard at all. And it does, but it doesn't change the top. We still have some straight faces at the top of our leaderboard. So there's that. Going into the last question, this is worth double points. So 2,000 points. You need to type in your answer. So be really, really prepared here. Make sure you check your spelling. And instead of 30 seconds to answer, you will have 60 seconds to answer this question. So it is more time. But you still get more points if you answer quicker. So make sure you are doing that. All right, let's go straight into it. Type the answer in for double points. Use their full name. Who is the original creator of Bitcoin? You have to type in your answer and then make sure you hit submit. Once you submit, you cannot change your answer, I'm pretty sure. So be very, very careful. And remember, use their full name, which I put in all caps. What? Yeah. Good one. People submitted this in time. That's good to know. Just get the music down. Oh, you mean you could submit in all caps or the way you would normally capitalize someone's name. Or I think I also took I think I added as possible solutions all caps, all lowercase, or capitalized first letter. So if you did any of those three, should be fine. Let's see what people typed. Honestly, I don't know. Sadly, that's not the correct answer. 49 people correctly said Satoshi Nakamoto. 49. That is pretty good for people that type it in. If you typed Craig Wright, that is certainly not the correct answer. The certainly better answer is Satoshi Nakamoto. So if you died on your principles there, I mean, that's on you. The right answer is Satoshi Nakamoto here. Exactly, right? You can't spell Satoshi Nakamoto incorrectly, but 49 people correctly spelled the full name Satoshi Nakamoto. So congratulations on that. I love that. Craig Wright should be a minus. I mean, you did give up 2,000 points if you said Craig Wright. So there's that. Podium here, though. In third place with 8 correct, Dalek on speed. Second place, another also 8, Clistenesis Alpha. And in first place with all but 1 correct is a bunch of faces. Congratulations, everyone, for making it. Sorry, fourth Stu 304, fifth Hippo Pup, whatever that was. But yeah, that is the difference between second and third place is really tight, but first place did exceptionally well. Thanks everyone for joining. Congratulations. If you do not have your full Reddit username here, certainly let us know in chat, or you can email cryptocurrency472@gmail.com. I believe. Let me actually confirm that. It might be 2 or 3. Give me 1 second here. You can also message the moderators of the subreddit. We will confirm with you that this, we'll check the username and confirm that it is someone who has posted on the cryptocurrency subreddit in the past, just so that we are, being pretty reasonable. Okay, let's see. Yep, cryptocurrency472@gmail.com. That is our official moderator email. All right, got yours there. Congratulations. So first place is taking home 1,000 moon. Second place, 300. Third, 200. So congrats everyone for playing. Hopefully it was really fun and everyone learned something. And also, I don't know, I guess ultimately have fun. I'm repeating myself here, but it was great having you here. I'm glad that we're taking advantage of this trivia thing, and hopefully this can be something that's recurring. Keep in mind that we have an open submission process for questions. So if you want to help us out, you can submit questions, and if they are good questions, I may steal them. That's good for me because I don't need to come up with this many questions a week, and it's good for you because you have some indication at what the questions could be. So we strongly recommend helping us out that way. That way it's good on your end too. But otherwise, thanks for joining. Catch you all next time. I'm not sure yet when the next cryptocurrency trivia session will be, but it's a pleasure to me to do this. Yeah, talk to you soon.